The illegal and unconstitutional secret trial in the Cypher case against former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who has been illegally incarcerated for 69 days, will commence from Monday inside of the Adiala jail. Mr. Khan has already challenged the jurisdiction and maintainability of the case in the Islamabad High Court, which should legally halt any of the proceedings. However, the controversial Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court has not allowed the trial to proceed. He has not made a decision on dozens of Mr. Khan's cases, including provisioning the inhumane conditions in which the former Prime Minister is being held in. Despite the frivolous case, Mr. Khan has repeatedly called for an open trial to not only prove his innocence but also expose the entire conspiracy through which his government was overthrown. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf senior leader Farooq Habib's wife on Friday requested Chief Justice of Pakistan Qazi Faiz Issa to take immediate notice of her husband's abduction, urging his instant recovery. She said that the whereabouts of the former State Minister for Information and Broadcasting were unknown since last month, and his entire family was deeply concerned about his safety and well-being. Farooq Habib, the former State Minister, was abducted by state agencies in the Balochistan province on September 28th. She expressed her apprehensions that her husband was being tortured and humiliated with the objective to change his political loyalties. There's a calculated method behind this madness. This has happened to all the political leaders who have been abducted so far, she also said. Dozens of PTI representatives have previously been kidnapped and then forced into resigning from PTI or politics altogether. For the first time in Pakistan's tumultuous history, juveniles are being tried in military courts. The commencement of military trials is despite Pakistan's Attorney General telling the Supreme Court that no civilian arrested after the May 9 false flag was under trial in military courts. Shoaib Shaheen, former Islamabad High Court Bar President and counsel for Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, has written a letter to the Attorney General asking him to clarify as to why military trials have started despite his open and unambiguous position before the highest court of the country. Secretary General of PTI, Umar Ayub Khan, condemned the open contempt of the Pakistan Supreme Court by the Attorney General of Pakistan. Current Chief Justice of Pakistan, Qazi Faiz Issa, has previously stated that he is against civilian trials in military courts. However, it is yet to be seen whether he will uphold his stance and the law in matters related to the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Israel launches ground offensive in Gaza, prompting urgent calls for de-escalation. Israel has initiated a ground offensive in Gaza, prompting a mass evacuation of residents to the south. Despite challenges in hospital evacuation notices, the situation remains critical. International pressure led by the UN is mounting to halt civilian targeting, particularly children. Witnesses report Israeli shelling on fleeing civilians, heightening fears for those left behind. Electricity cuts exacerbate food, water, and medical supply shortages, endangering hospitals. Palestinians face an information disadvantage, with Israel manipulating media narratives and imposing an internet shutdown in the region. Global leaders are condemning Israel for triggering a mass exodus of over 1 million Palestinians. A unified statement from regional powers threatens ambassador withdrawals if bombing continues. The US president now labels the Gaza situation a humanitarian crisis. Turkey strongly denounces Israeli actions, demanding an end to civilian targeting. The UN and its agencies urgently call for safe passage to aid suffering Palestinians amidst the looming humanitarian emergency caused by the mass evacuations. Tragedy struck as an Israeli attack claimed the life of journalist Issam Abdallah, who was reporting from Lebanon. Journalists worldwide are rallying in solidarity.